Fuzz Talk Media conglomeration of Liberia and its American subsidiary FuzzJockRadio do not endorse or encourage sports betting, stock trading, games of chance, or capitalism in any form. This podcast is not financial advice, comedic advice, or good advice. All discussions of the superhuman abilities of Shohei Ohtani have not been found to be legally admissible in the state of California. All opinions expressed in the following program do not represent the opinions of Fuzz Talk Radio International, Taiwanese Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation, or PMC Wagner Private Military Company. Recorded proudly in independent, neutral Turkmenistan.
FuzzJockRadio.
I think it's obvious that Nas Reed is the sixth man of the year. We're the number one team in the West. He's had multiple 30-point games. He's the reason we're winning. Like, I think he's for sure the sixth man of the year, no doubt.
FuzzJockRadio.
Yeah, mentally, we got the win today. We played well. I was excited to be out there. It was a perfect day. I think yesterday actually psyched me out. It was a little chilly. I was like, all right, I have to wear a long sleeves. And Carmen told me, no, you can wear your swag. So I was happy I was able to wear my swag and have a good time.
FuzzJockRadio. FuzzJockRadio.
Yes, everyone, we're here. We're back. We're in action. Oh, yeah. Look at us. Season 10. Thank you, audience. I really appreciate the warm welcome back. This is FuzzJock
Radio. Season 10?
I did.
Is 10 too many?
10
what are you going to say, J-Mas?
We need 10 more. 10 more.
I was going to get into it, guys. But you're jumping ahead of my introductions. Did we forget? Oh, man. Are we already here where we at the point that we forget how things work in FuzzJock Radio world, dudes? It's season 10. We should know how this all works. Well, what was that beep?
Oh, yeah.
Is that an earthquake detector?
Nothing.
Is that an earthquake detector, C-dubs?
It could be, but it was not an earthquake just now. It was just a typhoon.
Okay, so for everyone new here, we are FuzzJock Radio. We talk about earthquakes and eclipses, and not just on days like today. Welcome to the premier sports podcast that's live right now on FuzzTalkRadio.com. That is us. And just a reminder to the three of us, if you are remote, just keep talking, and I'll stop talking. Okay?
That's the key. The key is to continue talking, even when the earthquake is happening and the building falls on you. You just keep going. Even when there's kitties on your shoulders. Oh, that's so cute, J-Mez. To all the listeners out there, there's a kitty. To all the visual viewers of FuzzJock Radio that are watching on YouTube right now, you don't get to see it either because we are just an audio podcast. We're different than everybody else like that. Isn't that neat? If you put on your special glasses on YouTube, you can see the...
Yeah. Do you guys think that's neat? That we're
like very neat.
Audio only, even on YouTube?
That's the point.
We don't go on Twitch? That's another question that I have for everyone is that should we go on Twitch? Should we do a simultaneous broadcast and
a simulcast?
I
have an idea
and
for that.
Not have a video, not have it video, have something else going on, and then have our audio. It's mainly just audio is what they're tuned into, and with the Twitch thing, people would be like, well, wouldn't that take you away from going to the web your website, Fuzzy, like fuzztalkradio.com or fuzzjockradio.com? And I would say no, because if you go to Twitch, when you're watching, you'll get ads that I don't place. But if you want to listen to an ad-free experience, you listen to the podcast later, or you go to fuzztalkradio.com for the live show. That's why
I would like the idea of us doing that, where we play the episode and the three of us on video live riff it or react to it or like commentary it. That's the only way I think that would work best.
That's an interesting idea too.
Because then I think you get to see our pretty faces for once, and only that time, but not during the live event. During a separate event.
It's like an ad.
In reaction to the live event.
That's more like an ad, I think.
I think it's a little. It's a little. It's a hat on a hat, and I like wearing two hats. So.
Okay.
I like hats.
Yeah.
Do our Okay, well, that's just one thing I want to get out of the way. The other thing that I want to get out of the way, since we haven't been here for a while, we got to remember to introduce ourselves. My name is Fuzzy. This is FuzzJockRadio. It is kind of named after me, but I'm not the only one that's important here, because we're all Hess, not hosts. And another important person here is Jamez, all the way over yonder. How you doing, Jamez?
Yeah, there you go.
He
learned not to dox him.
Reporting from over yonder, I am Jamez, and I'm so glad to be back on the season 10 of this wonderful podcast with you fellas.
Yeah, good. And the other hest of FuzzJock Radio that is hosted on FuzzTalkRadio.com is the person all the way in Earthquake City, C-Dubs. Remember, they can't see you. See. So
that's for you.
I
wanted to build up to make the.
Can I explain to them what happened? So for me only. C-Dubs.
I closed my eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. C-Dubs did a big vibration thing. It was like wiggling in his chair and moving very, very fast and getting ready for that sound. Oh,
it was an earthquake.
I don't know where we're going.
It was
here.
that was earthquake in charades.
It was an earthquake.
Oh, that's what
it was an earthquake.
Yeah,
I think
I was earthquaking.
We are probably the first podcast to discuss the earthquake that just happened in LA.
I mean, it was. I don't even think you could call it an earthquake for real. But yes, there was a little just a little jostling.
A 2.2, right? It's bigger than what we have in Minnesota.
I mean, but miles away.
Yeah.
But did you hear the theory? Since we're talking about earthquakes and eclipses, that's our show. That they believe that it's possible the earthquakes we are feeling right now are actually aftershocks from the 1800s because they had so many earthquakes back then. That these are just aftershocks from that era.
No, they're time traveling earthquakes.
But a science man said it.
It sounds like time traveling earthquakes to me.
That's science.
Yeah. I think that's a neat idea or a neat concept that they're not even the tectonic shift or plates shifting. They're the after effect of the previous tectonic plates shifting.
Interesting. Jamez, did you
meta. To build the time machine and figure it out?
Did C-Dubs tell you? Well, that's what leads me to this. Did C-Dubs tell you that they finally met future Fuzz?
Oh,
yes. I would like to report that.
Tell me about it.
So,
as well as everyone.
Everyone, you like to sit around. So we've all talked for years about time traveler Fuzzy. Everyone knows that time travel is Fuzzy's thing. That's just what Fuzzy
time travel. I experimented with time travel experiments quite a bit. I watch a lot of time travel movies.
The Philadelphia Project is based off of the actual thing that Fuzzy does every day.
Yes.
So I was out walking my new dog, regular size Rudy, and we happened to go past this house a few blocks away that has a garden, massive, humongous, just like everything. Everything you can grow in California is growing in this person's property, including having ducks and chickens and other such animals and creatures. And it's a huge property they have. I think it's like the 3 houses are in the property, and they own it all. But anyway, so we're walking by, and we're just kind of looking around, and the guy just pokes his head up, and he goes, do you like grapefruits? And we're like, yeah. He's like, come on in. And he just invites me in and proceeds to talk to me for the next hour about how he fucking makes not only this grows all these fruits, he does every element of doing that. He creates the dirt. He puts it in. He waters the dirt with sand and other specific things to make it be a specific pH balance himself, because he doesn't want it to do this or that. He'll put the sand through himself to make sure it can do exactly what he wants it to do for exactly what plant he's growing. He has everything down to a fucking science. And as I was talking to him, I was like, this guy looks like Fuzzy. And he kind of has the gardening sense of Fuzzy. and he's really friendly, like Fuzzy. And he also gave me his trees have what is it?
Cross-pollinated?
Cross-pollinated each other. So even without him trying on 2 of them, a grapefruit and another, I can't remember what the other one is, they crossbred and created a fruit that is bigger than my head.
Whoa.
That is like a
Wow.
grapefruit, and he handed it to me, and it is in. I have a picture of it. It is insane how big these fruit are, and they just hang from the tree. You can literally just walk by his house and grab one.
Like
they're
this
just
basketball tree.
Yes, it is a tree of basketballs. Literally yellow basketballs hang from this tree.
Whoa.
And he's got chickens. He's got rooster. I mean, he's got ducks. They just live around walking this territory, and he's working on building. He's got like a farther out into the yard, all sorts of crazy stuff, like dragon fruit, right? Is that the thing?
Dragon
But
fruit.
yeah, he's got crazy stuff he's working on. He's also famous for he created a self-sustaining brewery on the roof of a it grows all its hops and everything on the roof of the brewery.
Yeah.
And he has it all like just rainwatery thing. Like he has it designed to just do what it needs to do. He's there all the time. It's a half-hour YouTube video on this guy making this.
Oh, wow.
And this guy's amazing. But it is absolutely Fuzzy. You're busted. It's you in the future coming back to this time so you can hang out and live with me in Los Angeles because you live in Minnesota and you want to live your life in Minnesota. But in the future, you want to come back and live your life with me here in Los Angeles.
I gotta say,
Busted.
I'm not busted because I haven't thought of it yet.
I don't know.
I haven't thought of it yet. But you never know. You know what?
Yeah,
My
just
favorite
throw
thing
the
I will
idea in
say,
there.
when I met him, he said, "Can I take your picture so I can put you in my phone to remember who you are?" And he had like a flip phone. And I was like, "This is amazing." He's like, "Take the picture, okay." And then he goes, "Do you want me to do this? Do you want to do the same for me?" And I said, "Sure." And he just stood there like as if he'd never seen a camera. He was like,
Did you send me the
frozen, stepped back farther away, looked tiny in the shot. He just was like, "What's the camera?" Like he didn't know he was taking a photo was taken of him. And I was like, "This is adorable." This man asked me to take the photo of him and then proceeds to act like he doesn't know a photo is being taken of him. I love this. It's very, very cute.
I love
And
it
now, my wife's mom met him just walking Rudy the other day with my wife, and Lily had to come home with the dog, and Tanya stayed with him for an hour and now talks about him all the time and watches his videos on YouTube.
Mr. Basketball Grapefruits.
It's Fuzz. It's you, Fuzz. It's you.
I mean, if it was, that would be amazing. It sounds like something that I would do, you know?
It's is something you've done it. You're doing it right now.
It's like I can't hang out with you, so I'm going to time travel back to the time that I wish I could have been hanging out with you, right?
Yes. But you still got to live your life in Minnesota and do everything you wanted to.
Because I have to. I have family that I want to hang out with too.
Exactly.
They're not coming to California. Oh, jeez.
Not yet.
Not so you have your trees, the basketballs in them.
I'm just thinking everybody's going to be moving to Minnesota because of global warming, and Minnesota's going to be
Duluth,
the perfect place to be. Yeah, everybody's moving
Duluth
back.
is climate change proof.
Okay. Did we introduce everybody? Did we do this right?
Yeah. We're all here.
You're C-Dubs, you're J-Mez, I'm Fuzzy. There's
Welcome
a future
to
Fuzzy.
the Eclipse and Earthquake and Plant Special.
Do you guys want to just get into it then? Do you guys want to check to see what's happening in the sports area? I don't know. I mean, don't know what time it is anymore, but
if we got time left, I guess we could start.
Time.
We can try and see if we can fit it in.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think time is a construct that a man has created that we can just deconstruct at some point. Something like that. I'm supposed to.
Baseball is fun again in Minnesota.
We're doing baseball right away.
All right.
Look at that, guys. What do you think about that? We're gonna do
amazing.
baseball.
That's why we're here.
I did not do that on purpose. It was the roulette. And it was like I just looked over and I'm like, oh yeah. Should we change it up?
Spins that wheel though.
Do we need to change it up?
No, that's good.
Okay. Baseball. MLB specifically. Baseball. Dodgers and Twins. Baseball specifically.
That was today.
So just a reminder, since this is a brand new season, we like to talk about baseball and all other sports, but we like to specifically talk about Minnesota sports and California sports.
And specifically, we like to talk about baseball in general.
Yeah, we just love baseball.
We just love baseball, everyone.
We love baseball.
Everybody thinks it's boring, but I think it's America's.
And once you all join us with the baseball talk, we'll start talking more cricket too.
You're a true American if you like baseball.
Maybe.
Well, you have to be
Australian if you like cricket. I don't know.
You can be an Australian.
Where does
like
cricket come from? Where does cricket come from? Where does cricket come from?
Cricket?
Yeah.
I think it's English, but it's or British or something. But it's most famous or most appreciated in India.
Yeah.
India, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. India is like the king of they love it the most.
Yeah,
the queen.
They win.
Okay, so what we do around here is we talk about Twins baseball and we talk about Dodgers baseball. And lucky for us, when we had an eclipse happened and an earthquake happened on the day the Twins and the Dodgers played in Minnesota.
So does that mean the Dodgers eclipsed the Twins and it was so powerful that it shook the foundation of baseball?
I don't know about analogies or metaphors. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Well, they're usually used to describe things.
I'm just saying. It all happened on the same day. Well,
yeah.
Should I start carrying around a pen and clicking every once in a while?
That's me at work. Don't do that.
No,
I'll
don't
be
feel like I'm so annoying every day.
Is that a good sound on the microphone? I don't know.
I do it out of anxiety. I love it, but I know other people don't.
Okay, so
anyway, baseball.
Oh boy!
Yay, baseball!
The Twins and Dodgers beat each other up, and Ohtani came out on top.
Kind of. Surprise.
Is that basically what happened? No, I'm not surprised.
Almost.
No. So the Twins are currently 3-5.
What happened?
So
you want to know what happened?
The season happened. The season started, right? And James, what happened?
Well, the season started and the Twins
we're all over the place here.
Won their season opener. And they won the next game.
Good.
And then they lost some games and won some games.
Good.
They didn't win their home opener. It happens.
It's been a classic Twins season so far.
It's the story of the Twins season so far is that the offense is still think it's spring training or something.
Yeah,
I think the offense is offensive.
Didn't this
I
happen?
can tell you something about the offense.
Didn't this happen last year?
Not exactly. We had a strong start last year. We were like 6-0 to start the season.
Maybe it was the year before that.
Yeah, maybe 2022.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, because it's post Bomba Squad. We weren't bombaing.
But no, if I could tell you how bad the offense has started.
How bad are they?
So bad.
Yeah.
That we're ranked 29th out of 30 for runs scored so far.
So if Mookie Betts was a team alone, what ranking would he have compared to the Twins?
He would have 1.
He'd be number 1.
And then that would be a 31st team, and that would put us at 30 out of 31.
Ouchie.
Yeah, no, they're not scoring, they're not hitting. But our defense is still holding the other teams at reasonable places. We haven't been blown out. It's been two-run games, 1-run games.
That's better than getting blown out, I'll say that.
Yeah, so the offense is quite quiet while our defense and our pitching is sound.
Huh.
Well, you can manufacture offense, so that's not bad. That's the problem we have. I'd rather have an offensive problem than a defensive problem to start the season.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good take.
That is a good take. I like that. So
yeah, go Twins.
On the flip side, with the Dodgers, go
Yeah,
Twins for
that
sure.
flip
Yeah,
side.
go Twins. The Dodgers are
Everything's working out
currently
great.
are 9-4. It's almost like this. It's almost the flip. Well, how do the Dodgers have 9? How do the Dodgers have more games than the Twins? 5, 6, 7, 8. The Twins have 8 games, and then the Dodgers have 13 games already.
So
how does
they
that
played
work?
2 games before everyone else did. They're already 2 up. And then on their opening week of baseball, they played every day plus 1.
Yeah, they get to
Wow.
have a head start because they own baseball now.
Yep. As where the Twins opened on opening day and then took a day off and then played a game and then took a day off. So they already had more days off than
Wow.
Yeah, and
The
we've
Dodgers
already
have
had
lost
a game rained out and postponed.
Yep.
Also, extra days off.
Wow. Okay. Well,
I just realized that's true. The Dodgers the Twins have had more days off than the Dodgers have had losses so far this season.
see, that's okay. So then that's where our wins are.
That's where our other wins are.
Then the days
Yep.
off.
No. Yeah.
Easy.
like that.
Exactly. And did you say, I kind of zoned out there for a moment. Did you say that Dodgers went to Seoul, they opened their season in Seoul?
Yes, in Seoul, South Korea. They played
Awesome.
2 games a week before the regular season started.
That's great. That's really cool.
It was really fun. I remember I stayed up all night because it was on at like 3 a.m. here in Los Angeles, meaning it was like 5 a.m.
here.
Minnesota.
I stayed
And
up
I watched
for
this streamer stream the whole thing, and it was really cool. They were like having a good old time, harmonica, music. There were some people in the chat who were from Japan who were just like, I'm not a sports fan, I'm an Ohtani fan. It was a really fun stream. It was the best thing in the world. Best way to watch baseball.
that. It was a lot of fun.
That's how you baseball.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That streamer was me.
Oh, yeah, it was.
On Twitch, a Fuzzy World. If you look up a Fuzzy World on Twitch, you'll find
Your
me
mustache
playing
was so
video
young
games.
at that time. I kind of forgot it was you.
Oh yeah, I got a mustache now since the last season too. We didn't even talk about that yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that
That's
brings
bigger than the
us
Ohtani
to-
news.
Nah,
Yeah.
Ohtani's pretty big news. He's like the Caitlin Clark of baseball, you know?
Yeah, he's the Caitlin Clark of baseball for sure.
We all know what that sound means, or what this jingle is. It's time for the
Fuzz Question of the Week.
So the Fuzz question of the week is when I ask the Hess a question, they answer they answer the question with their opinion answer, and then we move on. We don't discuss it. We just go with what we just okay. That's what you thought, and we're gonna accept that. You know, because sometimes it's nice to be able to do that in life, where you can just listen to somebody's opinion and be like, okay, well, you think that. I don't need to tell you that I don't think
need
that.
to talk to this person ever again.
I can just hear your opinion and move on, right?
That's the end of that.
And it could be a positive or a negative thing. Either way you look at it, it doesn't matter. Because it's your opinion, and opinions are like everybody. You got one, right? Is that how that goes? So in that was really loud. In a Fuzz question of the week this week is about the mustache.
Ooh, my favorite topic.
Should
And sport.
Fuzzy? Well, okay, it's kind of a 2-part question. Are people commenting on the mustache because it's different, and do they actually like it, or are they just saying that to be nice? And the second part of the Fuzz question of the week is, should Fuzzy keep the mustache? And then the third part of the Fuzz question of the week is, was Fuzzy ugly before the mustache?
So many parts.
Jameis.
It's 4 questions. Okay, sorry.
It's all about the mustache. I said Jameis.
No, yes, and yes.
Wait.
I mean,
Okay.
yes,
Wait.
no,
Hold on.
no.
Hold on.
I
This is
forgot
not-
there was too many parts to the question.
There was a lot of parts to that question. I'm sorry.
I'm ready to answer.
It's kind of unfair. Seat ups.
I actually have a very strong opinion on this topic, so glad that we brought it up on a Fuzz Question of the Week, so no one can fight me on this.
Okay.
One, people are commenting on it because it is different, and two, because it's so fantastic that they have to comment on it. People are not saying it because they're just trying to be nice. It is a phenomenal mustache, so much so that people have compared it to other top-notch mustaches. And the final question answer is, Fuzzy, you're beautiful. You're very handsome, and that's why we do this show.
And that was our
Fuzz Question of the Week.
Okay, well, we'll just move on. Thank you for the compliments. I like it.
That's just telling the truth.
I like it.
They happen to be compliments, so be it.
Oh, that was a compliment?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I didn't even realize.
Cause I just grew it to
truth can be positive.
I grew it as a joke, you know.
No.
Then here we are.
No, you don't draw or grow mustaches as jokes.
Yeah.
You grow them as serious endeavors and life-changing events.
It's becoming serious.
Yeah, they're not a joke, like the Snuggie.
What I like about the mustache is it allows me to not shave the rest of my face as much as before, because the mustache kind of hides the other facial hair, that the stubbly facial hair, you know.
It lessens I see that.
Mm-hmm.
In comparison, you know.
Okay, are we done with baseball? Or are we still going? No,
that's baseball, baby.
No, there's a lot.
I got nothing to say about the Ohtani thing other than go Ohtani.
Okay, so Ohtani. So everybody that doesn't watch sports, just like everybody that listens to us, I really appreciate all of you that listen that don't like sports. Most of the time when I bring it up that we have a sports podcast, people are like, well, I don't like sports. I'm like, that's exactly the listener that we're looking for, you know? So we got to kind of explain to everybody what the Ohtani thing is so we don't leave our listeners in the dark.
Oh, the Ohtani thing.
Okay, so the Ohtani thing
how do you break this down?
No, so the Ohtani thing is, I got it all broken down in my head. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Here we go.
Take it away.
First, the first breakdown
is the mustache of baseball.
Yes. Yeah. If we're saying that this mustache is the best baseball player ever, Ohtani's better than Babe Ruth. Like everybody talks about Babe Ruth being the best in baseball. Ohtani is way better than Babe Ruth, way better than any other sports, almost any other sports figure. Better than Michael Jordan.
All of them combined.
He has the possibility of being better than Michael Jordan. And
if you made a Voltron out of 5 Michael Jordans, it would still not be good enough.
He needs to win some championships first before that happens, right?
Yes,
because he doesn't have any champions.
Hopefully, do that.
So he's just a really, really awesome baseball player that can also bat and hit home runs, and then also is a pitcher and strikes out people all the time. So he moved over to the Dodgers at the end of this last season. He's now a brand new Dodger, and he is originally from Japan. He played for the Angels last couple seasons, right?
Yep,
correct.
And so he hasn't fully learned English since he's been in the United States. How many years has he been playing for the Angels?
I think he's been here 7 years. And the thing is, though, this is why I've heard people argue, you should learn English. The guy's had a regimen of how to work his body and pay attention to know how to pitch at such a high level and bat at such a high level since he was a child, that why should he change it now? He literally is I focus on work, which is baseball, all the time.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. If somebody says that they should learn English, isn't that kind of a dog whistle of things?
Yeah,
anyway,
that too.
Like
but I'm just saying, even if you want to say that, you're wrong.
Why shouldn't we learn Japanese? Why shouldn't we learn Spanish and all these other? Right, James has learned Japanese, and other people have learned Japanese. And the thing is that there are also people that have jobs because people are keeping their language to themselves, as in translators, right? So Ohtani has a translator, and this translator has been somebody that's been with Ohtani for a very long time, ever since the Angels.
Like 13 years. This is before the Angels.
And before the Angels, to the point where these two seem to be more than just a relationship of translator and player, like a business relationship. They go to things together. They are kind of almost family. Like they're at least friends, right? Really good friends.
At least friends.
People call him his shadow. That's how much he's with him.
Because he has to be.
Yeah.
Right? And with somebody that's going to be with you.
He needs to figure out.
Yep. He needs to know how. He needs to know what, because he's a high profile person. He needs to know what people are talking to him about. And after he moved over to the Dodgers, right before opening day, it came out that somebody in the Ohtani translator relationship, tons and tons and tons of gambling happened, and debt was paid off illegally, and to some bookie, and the law got involved, and the Dodgers fired the translator because it seemed like the translator had stolen a bunch of money from Ohtani's bank account to pay off a booker.
Yes.
Is that the breakdown that you guys were looking for?
Well, it's a little more convoluted even. The law knew this was happening because they're investigating this bookie. They happen to see that 2 wire transfers have Shohei Ohtani's name and bank account hooked to them. They talk to the person who was the bookie, and they say, "I've never dealt with Ohtani. This is the person these bets are for." So then they start investigating that guy. So then ESPN goes, "Hey, I heard you're getting investigated. Would you like to give us an interview?" The interpreter gave a story about how Ohtani's such a great guy. He paid off my debts. What a great guy. Oh, what a great guy. And before they could go forward with it, MLB people went, whoa, 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 whoa. This isn't true, and Ohtani's been stolen from. And that's when this all went crazy, because then people were like, well, which is true? And I would believe the guy with a history of gambling probably gambled, and the guy with no history of gambling probably didn't.
And who's who?
But
who's who in that situation?
No gambling, and the translator has a humongous history of gambling. So
but
I would guess Shohei knew nothing, and that this guy just, or he was conned into paying it, not knowing what he was paying.
Yeah.
But he could have easily known Ohtani's stuff, gotten a hold of his computer, phone, whatever. He's always with him. It's like fucking 16 hours a day he can be with him sometimes.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, if Ohtani did stuff, he's going to be banned for life. Because you can't bet and work. I mean, even if it's not on baseball, you can't illegally gamble on sports. And there's only illegal gambling on sports through bookies in California. So if he did, he's gone. And I don't think he did.
Well, hopefully he didn't.
I mean,
hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, if he did, wow, what a waste of a.
What if he paid off the dude's debts?
Well, that's a still separate thing, but he didn't gamble, so that's probably get in trouble for paying the wire transfer. But I don't think that's going to be the same as if he gambled.
Man, it's just wild that once we start like getting more and more gambling into the crooks and crannies of sports entertainment, that weirder shit start coming out. Right, that people are.
Part of it is how America gambles, because they do this in other countries where you can gamble at the sporting event, and it's not like this. Like it's similar, but like it's not to this fervor.
Well, America likes addiction.
Something about America.
I think America likes addiction.
I think they like to go too far. Everything has to go out of control. That's how America works.
That's baseball.
Is that baseball for us? Should we move on?
Baseball.
And that's baseball, baby.
FuzzJockers out there that didn't know what was going on, I hope that cleared everything up for you. Wow, all the football really wanted to get out of there.
I'm not ready for football.
NFL
football
football starts in August.
Yep.
Well, the draft starts in May, and technically there's USFL football now, so football's always going up. Football forever? Boo, football. Okay, anyway.
Is USFL? Are we booing all of football, or are we just booing the NFL football?
I have nothing for gridiron football anymore. I don't care.
Yeah, we're done with it.
Too
many concussions.
Care. Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, there's a lot of
football.
concussions. There's a lot of concussions.
FuzzJockRadio.
The NBA theme, here's an idea. It goes like this.
Take that, Kirk.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We were supposed to talk about that.
No, that's good right there. Take that, Kirk. We don't even talk about you.
FuzzJockRadio.
Kirk Cousins no longer. Okay, NBA talk. No. Do we want to talk about Kirk? You wanted to talk about Kirk's contract, didn't you?
This is all I want to say. Kirk Cousins' contract essentially breaks down to he's getting paid the same amount.
Hold on.
Per year.
Hold on. The Vikings are paying Kirk the same amount as Patrick Mahomes?
No, he's gone, yo.
Okay, so Kirk Cousins,
He's a dirty bird.
the quarterback of the Vikings that everybody loves, that got hurt last season and was coming back. I think we have a pretty good record that this entire station doesn't fall for the Kirk essence,
but mostly me.
The Kirk Musk.
Overall.
Does everybody are everybody like falling in love with the Kirk Musk? The Kirk Musk.
Kirk Musk.
I think.
Is it as Musk that people are like? Is that why we haven't like fallen in love with it? We don't go for his Musk. Or there's like maybe a different different thing that we can. I'm trying to make.
I think he has one of those hypnotism wheels in his eyes.
But we don't need to make a thing because he moved on. He decided. Did we offer him a contract?
We offered him so much so a good contract that Kwesi had to come out and say, "Listen, before we get the news out there, we fucking tried and he wouldn't accept it." And then minutes later, Atlanta Falcons signed Kirk Cousins to a record contract that he doesn't deserve. Whatever he deserves. I don't know why you pay him that much,
especially after injury.
Yeah, he's getting paid the same amount as fucking Patrick Mahomes, who signed one of the biggest contracts of all time when he got signed.
And Patrick Mahomes has been to a Super Bowl.
He's been to many and won them.
And he lives in like the same cul-de-sac as my cousin Scott, Pickleball Scott. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes does. So Kirk is moving down to Atlanta to spread his Christianity and make more money and more money. What's wild to me is that he had an injury and he hasn't come back yet. Like there hasn't been any sign of him like being recovered from that injury at all yet. Like he hasn't been in any training camps. He hasn't been any day-to-day play things or whatever they call those. What do they call those? Day-to-day play things? I don't think he has.
Yeah, I don't think he's even at the point where his rehabilitation allows him to do football activity.
So like what an awesome dude. Like he's good.
Oh, I get it.
Being whatever, like a negotiator. What are you going on shit about? What did you figure out?
People, I don't know. But no,
he's a Christian.
The owner. Oh no, yeah, that's it. He uses God.
I'm sure
he's got
he
the
does.
right hand of the Lord, and the Holy Spirit to help him out. So negotiate. That's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people.
The owner of the Falcons his name is Arthur Blank. So he wrote him an Arthur Blank check. There you go, bam, done. We figured it out. That's why he only has blank checks, and so that's why Arthur Blank was like, whatever, here, just get on the team. And so Kirk wrote in the most numbers you could, and that's what happened.
Well, unfortunately, FuzzJockers.
Like that movie, Blank Check.
Unfortunately for the FuzzJockers, they will not be able to hear us complain about Kirk. Check down Kirk.
Yeah,
anymore.
We're done.
It's done.
Done with that Kirk complaining. Gone. Just buy the T-shirt.
He's gone. It's great. I don't want to talk about him anymore.
I'm good.
It's such a good thing.
Just don't like it and buy the T-shirt.
and in my mind, it's another step of the new organization being able to do what they want to do. You know, they don't have the old regime's people anymore. Like they have all brand new players. Is there any player that's from the Zimmer's era anymore?
Harrison
Smith?
I mean,
Nope.
Is he?
I don't know. We can talk about
it. No.
We can talk about it like in the future. That's a future talk.
Yeah,
That's future talk. Let's.
FuzzJockRadio.
Oh, we should put a pin in it. We'll put a pin in something else. That's too many sound bites in one.
Give me the ball because I'm gonna dunk it! FuzzJockRadio.
Basketball. Do you guys know what basketball is?
The basketball.
I love basketball.
Especially Timberwolves basketball.
It's my favorite kind of basketball.
T-Wolves basketball
Nas
right
Reed?
now.
Forget about
Nas Reed, Anthony Edwards, Carl Anthony Towns, Jordan
He's come
McDaniels. Jordan McDaniels, that's wrong. Jaden McDaniels. Fucking
Wait, it's not just them though.
Gobert.
It's all Midwestern basketball.
Yeah, we'll get to that. You're absolutely right.
I'm just realizing it's a lot more than just the Wolves, but let's keep
We're
going.
gonna go with the Wolves, and I was gonna transition into the rest of it. So
there's more.
So that's foreshadowing that we got a lot to talk about with basketball in the Midwest. Not even just the Midwest, but Minnesota. And the Timberwolves with the awesome crew that we have, the Towns, and Towns has been hurt recently, and they've been winning.
There.
Gobert has been fucking killing it with rebounds. Currently, they are number 1 in their division.
West
Division.
And they're also number 1 or number 2 overall in the entire NBA league. When has the Timberwolves
really
ever been number 2 in the league? I don't think this ever happened.
Past game 2 of the season. It's never happened.
I don't think this ever happened.
I don't think they've gone to game 2 of the season and had this be the case.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. It's so much fun. Edwards,
dude,
I got to say, Edwards is a fucking. I mean, like, I hope that he keeps on growing into the person that he's growing, because he's young, right? Like he has said some stupid shit, and I don't want to just like dismiss that as being a young trait. However, people do say stupid shit when they're young. People shouldn't.
That's what we do after.
But it does do it. They do it, and it is what you do afterwards. And from any of the interviews that I hear him talk about, is he doesn't talk about himself. He doesn't talk about anything other than how much help his teammates are and how much help his coaches are. And he I don't want to say humble, because I don't think it's a humble thing, but he recognizes the support system that surround the talent that is Anthony Edwards.
He's not just growing up as a person or an athlete, but as a leader, as a teammate, as a all of the aspects of what he is right now, he's growing in. There's no lack of growth. Even his body, physicality, all of it. He's growing in all of it. Immaturity of taking a loss, like all that.
I wonder if the child that he didn't want has something to do with that, because the child was born since the last time we were here, and Anthony Edwards is now a father, and he's, from what it sounds like, is an involved father, and he's changed his mind about not wanting a kid, and I wonder if that has anything to do with it, because I hope so. I really hope so. I mean, he needs to keep it up. He needs to keep not just keep on being the ant that he currently is, because he's doing great. And him recognizing the teammates around him as better than him sometimes. Like, he's just like Nas Reed is like the dude, and it's great. It's great.
when we get to the next topic, it'll go with what happened to another person. So you don't need. It's not just you. You need more than just you to win.
And so this is. So what's cool? Well, I mean, I don't know if it's cool, but like, what an awesome thing! Like, what a great time for Glenn Taylor to decide to sell the Timberwolves and have Alec Rodriguez and Mark Lowry purchase it. Right, the deadline came up of when they needed to pay the second half of the money that they owed to own the Timberwolves. That happened on March 29th, I believe. Mm-hmm. It passed. That date passed. And according to Glenn Taylor, he didn't get paid. And so then, according to the contract that they signed, that the sale becomes null and void. Mm-hmm. Glenn keeps the money that they already paid him, because it was a retainer type of situation. And Glenn keeps the team and took the team off the market.
That sounds like a scam.
Yeah.
Glenn's not selling it anymore.
Glenn likes money. You think Glenn likes money?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Glenn.
Enough so that he would scam people?
Glenn down the block, man. He loves the money. We should get a sounder that has Glenn down the block.
Maybe it was like they did a wire transfer and he was just like, oh, the internet doesn't work. Oh, no, the sale never went. I never got my money. Oh, guess I got a contract's null and void. Like when you tell the pizza guy like the wrong address, then by the time it delivers it, you're like, it's been more than 30 minutes, man.
Yeah.
Glenn down the block.
Glenn down the block.
You know, a wise man once said, never pay full price for late pizza.
Glenn down the block. Glenn down the block. He likes money. We need to make that. We should make that into a jingle. Glenn down the block likes money.
Blind refs.
He needs at least Glenn's not asking Jameis for any money, you know. But
oh God,
he better not
stop asking Jameis for money.
So Glenn took the team off the market, said that they didn't pay him. And had a media blitz like right away with the Star Tribune, who loves Glenn. And then Mark Lowry and Robert Rodriguez were like, no, he's lying. What the fuck? So we don't know what the fuck's going on with this right now. So we will have to
never know. Glenn's rich.
We don't know. Like the NBA is investigating. I think this is something that we should put a pin in, and we should get back to.
Yeah, I agree.
Get back to. Right? Let's put a pin in it. Pin it up to the board. Putting a pin in the topic, and then we're gonna wait until we actually talk to you. There we go. We're gonna talk to you. Pin in it. Put a pin in it. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out and find. Put a pin in it. Up, pin in it. Up, pin in it. Up, pin in it. Up, pin in it. Pin it up to the board. Up, pin in it. Up, pin it to the board. Pin in it. Up, pin in it. Pin it up to the board. Up, pin it. Up, pin it to the board. Pin in it. Up, pin it. Pin it up to the board. Up, pin it. There we go. Pin it to the board. Pin in it. A pin in it. Pin it up to the board. There we go. Pin it. Put a pin in it. Up to the board. A pin in it. There we go. To the board. Put a pin in it. A pin in it to the board. There we go. Pin it up to the board. A pin in it. Up to the board. A to the board. There we go. Up to the board. A pin in it. Up to the board. There we go. Put a pin in it. Up to the board. A pin in it. There we go. To the board. A pin in it. A pin in it. Put a pin in it. Let's put a pin in it. Put a pin in it.
We did. Okay. That dance break was brought to you by the blind refs.
And brought to you by the blind refs. Yep, no, that was not me. That was not my voice.
Hey man, you're a music man now.
I want to be. I want to be. With that, if you like what you're listening to, go to fuzztalkshop.com. That's FuzzTalkShop.com and buy yourself a t-shirt. That's how you can support us. Or Fuzz Talk Radio now has membership options where you can join Fuzz Talk Radio as a member for $1. There's a $1 option a month. There's a $5 option a month. There's a $4.20 option as well. And then you can find that at FuzzTalkRadio.com. Just click on the support button and it'll take you to the membership options. And you ask, what do you get with the membership options? You get to say that you're a Fuzz Talk Radio member. That's it.
Are we members?
That's it. Yeah, of course you are. And for $1, you get the exact same amount that you get for $420. And you also get the exact same amount of things for $5. And if you don't become a member, you get the same amount of stuff. It's just a way to support. It's a way to support Fuzz Talk Radio. I don't like paywalls. I don't like advertisements. I don't want to be beholden to other people's words to be in my mouth. You know, I don't like other people's shit in my mouth. You know, fuck that shit. I don't know what they mean, what they do in the background. So I just try to sell merch. If you want something for your money, buy a t-shirt, buy a mug. If you just want to support us, you don't have to do a monthly thing. You can do just a quick $1 donation, $5, $10, whatever you want. It doesn't matter. You don't have to. Oh, God damn it, guys. Let's just move on, huh? Hockey.
I thought it were basketballs.
Oh.
Basketball.
No, yeah, basketball. Okay, so the Timberwolves are doing great. So Glenn decided that he doesn't want to sell it anymore. And also, we alluded to not just the Timberwolves are being great right now. The Lynx
Let's go to southern Minnesota and find out.
The Lynx are the Lynx are not. The Lynx are not playing, so they can't be doing great. So they're undefeated. Yeah. So they're not. They can't be as. They can't be as great as the Timberwolves right now because they're not playing, but they will be playing May 3rd and May for the preseason, and May 14th will be the season opening. And then so we'll, like C-Dubs is trying to tell me to do, we'll move down southern Minnesota to my hometown, Mankato, Minnesota, where
represent
both our men's and women's teams basketball, NCAA basketball teams won their respective championships.
Yeah. Division II titles all around.
Division II title.
Division II NCAA champions, both men's and women's basketball. Mankato fucking go.
And I know we don't have the mic on for the audience, but man, they are hooting and hollering over Minnesota being that victorious right now.
Isn't that
they're throwing their shirts in the air. No, then their pants now.
That's amazing.
Best we've ever had.
That's amazing.
They did a really good job.
Right? Yeah.
It's
Mankato's never done that before with both teams.
Respective conferences, teams, because Minnesota or MSU is considered hockey, a hockey school. Well, dude, maybe it's not just a hockey school anymore.
Now we're also because we're called a hockey school because we sent a bunch of players to the NHL. Mankato State has sent many hockey players to the NHL for many years. And so we're a big hockey town.
And we've sent one NFL player.
and now we're fucking basketball dudes. And I love fucking basketball. Basketball is awesome. And it's just another reason why Mankato's so cool, right? We're making national news. We are doing it.
Is this also the 20th anniversary of them building that new basketball court that they play in at MSU? Isn't that in 2004?
The Glenn Taylor basketball arena?
Do you think it's a conspiracy? 20 years after that, the basketball good at MSU, Glenn Taylor good basketball in the Twin Cities. Money to be made.
It's the eclipse. It's the earthquakes. No. It's not.
I don't know.
It is because if you start saying stuff like that, it takes away from the team's.
I don't mean no, but I do believe
it takes away.
20 years ago they opened that facility.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. That would be. That's pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. If we wanted to highlight the team's talent, they wouldn't rely on the mysticism of the eclipse so much.
So, C-Dubs, you wanted to talk about the women? You watched the women's game?
I think. Well, not that one. I would actually like to go farther south into Iowa.
Okay. Oh, what's all going on in Iowa?
We could talk about NCAA March Madness, which has gone into April, but that's okay. This October baseball goes into November now, and whatever. That doesn't matter. Nothing means anything. The greatest, Shohei Ohtani is the Caitlin Clark. I'm gonna say this right now. Caitlin Clark played in the NCAA Women's National Championship game. She plays for Iowa. Shohei Ohtani is the Caitlin Clark of baseball. And as we told you before about who Ohtani is, that kind of reflects on how good Caitlin Clark is.
Yeah.
She's a college player who has just played her last game in a losing effort. They lost to South Carolina. But that's because, I will say this, Caitlin put up half the points on her team. The bench put up half the points on the other team. Meaning an entire bench could put up as many points as her, but her bench put up 0. So there you go. You got no one helping. You got no one helping.
Yeah,
but
you could be the best in the world, but
exactly. She's better than LeBron. She's better than Bird. She's better than anyone you want. Michael Jordan.
Better than LeBron?
Anyone who's played basketball. She's better.
Is she better than Ohtani?
Ohtani is the Caitlin Clark of baseball.
Wow.
If you
we just talked about how good Ohtani is.
If you took 5 LeBrons and made a Voltron out of them, it still wouldn't be as good as Caitlin Clark.
No.
Wow.
And just to back this up, I want to put into perspective, because I'm sure a lot of you really don't know at all what I'm talking about. She not only set like pretty much every major record, or broke every major record in college hoops for the women's, she has, with records broken, awards won, MVPs, player of the year, all this stuff. She has in 4 years, or in 3 or 4 years, she has 101 accolades to her name that are big, that are named things that you can point at and people go, I've heard of that.
Well, that's Caitlin Clark.
101.
101.
How many did LeBron have at that time?
Plaques.
Like 12?
Like 7?
Yeah. 101. She's won everything. If there's an award in women's basketball that's for college, she's won it. If not twice or 3 times.
I thought LeBron had 12. But 7. Yeah. Maybe it's 7.
LeBron
it's somewhere between 7 and 12.
Yeah. And she has 101.
Yeah.
101.
That's wild.
Major one. There could even be, she won like the local newspapers, coolest basketball player of the year award too. I'm just saying 101 reputable accolades, including records, MVPs.
That's wild.
That's 101.
That's wild.
You go get 101 anything.
That's the best athlete in the world.
Yeah.
Best athlete.
And then her team lost.
Yes. And as I said, when you don't have anyone else scoring for you, you can't win alone.
Can't win alone.
Basketball is flipping around and communicating.
We all know what that sound means, or what this jingle is. It's time for the
Fuzz Question of the Week.
So we have another Fuzz Question of the Week this week, and that is
best episode ever.
With Caitlin's team, Iowa team, losing in the final of March Madness, will that affect her being picked up by a team? Jameis.
Absolutely not. Oh, sorry.
No.
Okay, and that was your
Fuzz Question of the Week.
I'm not going to even ask C-Dubs. We already know.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
that was funny. That was really funny. Okay. No. Ready?
Now we're ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so hockey is still going on, even though it's April.
It's still going on.
And it's not the playoffs yet. It is still regular
there.
season, just like NBA.
Getting close.
Our team, the Wild, are currently have 83 points with 37 wins, 31 losses, and 9 ties. So they're 37.
Words, they sting.
37, 31, 9 with 83 points, which means they're probably right in the middle of the pack of the conferences, probably. Like in the middle, maybe.
We're just under where you want to be in our conference.
Yeah.
If you compare us to every other conference, we'd be in the playoffs.
So if they were playing in the NBA, they would be in the playoffs.
Correct. Yes,
and
they'd be in.
They
wouldn't even be in the.
If they were
playing, they'd be in the playoffs.
If they were playing in the Major League Baseball, they'd be in the playoffs.
Wild card.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And if they were playing in the NHL, they would be probably in the playoffs. There's just not as many teams in the NFL.
I gotta get there.
How many teams are there in hockey, and how many teams are there in NFL?
I think it's 30 in hockey.
Okay. So
At least 30.
Let's get real about this, though.
It's 28. Oh.
They're not playing any of those sports. They're playing NHL. This is NHL we're talking about. Mm-hmm. And does that mean that they're going to be in the playoffs?
Probably not.
Oh shit.
We'll see.
I'm not holding my breath.
Well, shit.
I'll tell you this: of all the hockey I've seen, I saw people get in a fight at the start of a drop when they dropped the puck, and I'm talking 8 people. So that's the hockey I've seen lately, and it wasn't the Wild doing it, but that's where hockey's at right now.
They're just having fights.
It's basically UFC Part 2.
Okay.
The NHL stands for No Hockey League now.
No hockey league. Only ice capades.
Yep.
No hats.
Fightscapades.
No hats. No hats, Lester. No hats, loser. You wanted to talk something? There was something in the NHL you want to talk about, C-Dubs?
The fight. I just said it.
What happened?
That's the hockey news.
The fight?
Yeah.
There was a fight where they dropped the puck, and all the people on the ice just dropped their gloves and fought.
Just like right away?
Yep, they were ready for it. I believe it was the start of the game. Like the only people who didn't start was like the goalies. They did not fight.
Wow.
It's just like the team's like, fuck this shit. Bam.
No, because of the no hat loser chant? No hat loser. No hat losers.
Yeah, they had to drop their gloves and take off their helmets. No helmet league.
No helmet league.
No helmet league.
Yep.
No helmet losers.
That's
I just want to call them all losers. Yeah, okay. Yep. I understand. Okay, so that's hockey. Okay. So then... You guys ready to go to other sports? I'd love to. Ping pong, for sure.
Is pickleball skiing?
What is the highest level of car racing called?
Curling.
Other sports? Acro yoga?
Agro yoga?
Acro, like acrobatic.
It is a fusion of tennis, ping pong, and badminton.
What sport starts with a tip-off?
Basketball.
Nope, incorrect. Other sports.
It's a very social game.
Fight each other to the death.
Like NFTs or something.
You have to hit the ball.
Other sports topics.
So are there multiple major leagues?
I went to a soccer game in Dallas, in Paris, in California, in England.
Go up to a soccer game and be in the supporter section.
Teach them how to play pickleball.
Why not?
Free lessons when I come up.
How many clubs can pay?
He hasn't given me free lessons yet.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. Might as well tune out now because I don't have another sports button
How are
yet.
those lessons?
He hasn't given me lessons yet. He's and I've heard through my mother that he's been to town. And he hasn't contacted any of the family.
This brings up hang on, I got a theory about this quick. Remember when everything was talking about how pickleball was going to be the next big thing as the buzz, all these leagues are starting and all this stuff?
And then
notice
nothing.
that there's no pickleball? Is pickleball like a conspiracy?
I don't know. We're not into
no
conspiracies.
Pickleball. They're like, they're making it up. It's like, hey, look over here, pickleball.
C-dubs.
There's actually nothing there.
Do you remember? We're not into conspiracies on FuzzJock Radio. We don't delve into those.
Pickleball thing. I don't know if I can hold off on it.
It might be like
is pickleball skiing.
I'm worried that it's like.
I need to know.
I think it's Taylor Swift.
That is no. Pickleball is better than Taylor Swift. No, I'm just kidding.
No. That's not what I'm saying at all. And I'm sorry I blew up the mic there when I said no. Oh boy, no, you can't say that.
You implying?
I'm not implying shit. I'm just saying that like you can't talk shit about pickleball like you can't talk shit about Taylor Swift. I think that's probably a thing. If you only have to have positive things to talk about with pickleball, you know.
Say whatever I want.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Just be careful.
I'm gonna
be careful. You need to know the repercussions.
Caution to the wind, baby.
It is a free world or a free country. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Just know that there are consequences to your words.
One
right?
of them might be in the Taylor Swift news for this sports segment. One of her exes, his new wife, just explained that she listens to Taylor Swift when he's not around. So, man, you better watch out.
Oh man,
she's learning about the playbook of how to leave him.
She's listening to Taylor Swift in the closet. That's horrible.
I think she's learning. She's trying to figure out how to get out of the marriage.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
She's on that vigilante shit.
Yeah,
it's a song by Taylor Swift.
Yeah, yeah, jeez. Good thing I'm not in a relationship, so I don't have to worry about that. Right?
You're in a relationship with FuzzJock Radio.
This mustache says other things. I don't know what that means. Do we have any other sports topics?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. How about this one?
Why can't we talk about other topics?
Smash Brothers news, video games,
Smash
other
Bros.
topics.
Is dead.
Oh, whoa. Okay. Well,
it's dead to me now.
There's
I don't ever want to hear about Smash Brothers.
The tables.
Oh. Okay, well, there's that.
Maybe until next week. We'll see.
Okay, we'll see.
That it?
That's it. In AEW news, the story that should probably end, that's not ending quite yet. Fucking that dude that left AEW in bad ways. Phil is his name.
Phil, Phil.
He's back in the news about AEW, where he's like he went on a 2-hour interview and talked shit about AEW. And it's like, what? Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You had already moved on. AEW was not talking about any of this shit. Like they might be making like little slight things at it during their matches or whatever. Like they might be making fun of things here or there, which they do, but they're not like speaking out to the public or like keep on bringing it up. It's been over 6 months at least, right? Like it's been over half a year since this happened.
Wow, yeah.
He already has a new job. He already got
injured
and already been injured. You know, like
been injured.
Worry about yourself, dude. Like it's like everybody's moved on, right? Like it's in my mind, when shit like this happens, the person that keeps on bringing it up is like looked at as like a fool usually, right?
He's on a disrespectful tear right now. I think he just doesn't know how to handle life at this point in the public view.
And it's not kayfabe.
No, and it's not just that even. Like, for example, when they started the second night of WrestleMania, we'll briefly get into this, he was on commentary. During the Scottish intro, while they're playing the bagpipes and all this, he's like putting on the headset, making noises. They're like commenting. The other commenters are like, what are you doing there? He's like, oh, I'm just getting ready. And they're like, okay, you're not going to introduce me? We'll get you a proper introduction in a minute here, man. Like, wouldn't even give the time for the fucking like, hey, this is the guy's moment. Let's let these bagpipe players and all this live instrumental people here do their thing. And he's like talking over it when the other announcers are like, you're not supposed to be talking over this.
That's disrespect. That's very disrespectful.
Weird. It was so weird.
That's weirdly weird. So
that was real. That was real. That was not character. Fucking weird.
So if it is, then I like, there's something in, what if it is? What if everything is kayfabe? And what Cody Rhodes alluded to before he left AEW, when he said, we're gonna blow your mind soon with what you think is kayfabe and is not, basically, is what he was saying. I don't remember the exact quote, but he had mentioned that they're going to be changing wrestling in people's minds even further. And then he left AEW like a couple months after that. And if this could all be kayfabe, this all could be leading up to AEW and WWE actually working together and opening up that forbidden door.
Funny you say that. There was an article out today saying WWE has intentions to work with other promotions in this new era. No joke. That is an actual article that exists.
You never know. Like, that's the thing with wrestling, is that they could be planning this type of stuff, and at the same time, whatever ends up actually happening, they can make it seem like they planned it as well. They can form their own history, because people don't know fully what is kayfabe and what's not. And it's a really, really interesting time because of AEW, another former AEW, Cody Rhodes, who left to go to WWE, finally finished his story by winning the AEW wrestler won the WWE championship.
And not just that, he did it in spite of his entire family being denied that championship for generations.
Yeah.
He started a competing company, came back, and then won the other company's championship. I think that's an ultimate fuck you, Vince, because that's why Vince wouldn't let him win it last year.
Yeah. So we've talked about this in past episodes, but the whole story with Cody Rhodes and the WWE championship is that his father was in WWE, and Vince McMahon, the owner of WWE, fucking hated the Rhodes family to the point where he denied Cody's father the championship his entire career, and then took Dusty's sons, Cody and Dustin, and basically made fun of them by putting them in roles that seemed like was a joke. And luckily for the Rhodes family, they're awesome at what they do, that they took those roles and like people loved it, you know. They fucking killed it.
Goldust is iconic for a man who's almost never won anything. Goldust / Dustin Rhodes. I mean, that guy is a legend.
Those two never had a chance to get the belts either, because Vince McMahon hated their family in real life. And then Cody left to go to New Japan, met the Young Bucks, met Kenny Omega, became really good friends with them, and then created AEW together.
Met Tony Khan.
It met Tony Khan and Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega and Tony Khan created AEW to say, fuck you, WWE. We're not going to play by your rules. We were going to play by our rules and make sure that everybody has a chance, no matter what they look like, who they are, they get a chance to be an awesome wrestler. And then Cody didn't. Then Cody was there for about. AEW was around for about a year or 2 years.
He did the first 2 years. It was into the third.
2 years.
He left
First,
in the start of the third year.
So the third year, he didn't resign his contract and went to WWE and made that, and went to WWE. And then the first year in WWE, everybody was like, he's going to win the belt. He's going to close the story for his family. Against Roman Reigns.
He did join when Vince was gone the first time.
Yes, he didn't go until Vince was gone, and then Vince came back.
Yeah.
And then, he went against Roman Reigns, who had like the record of consecutive days of having the championship. So it was like perfect setting for Cody to win it. And then he didn't win it. And then this year, went up against Roman Reigns again. In spite of all the things that they blocked him with, he wins it. And they had awesome old school champions come out to the ring, like The Undertaker, and who else was out there?
Randy Orton, Kevin, fucking wrestler.
John Cena showed up. John Cena showed up.
Sami Zayn.
Cena and The Rock fought a little bit, and everybody loved it.
They had the Uso storyline twisted in there too. It was very good, very very good. My favorite thing was seeing -1 and 2 there. I cried. I cried when I saw them.
Mm-hmm.
It's too emotional.
Who's -1? Who is -1? Remind everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry. -1 is the son of Brody Lee, a wrestler who passed away in AEW's first year into the pandemic. He passed away, and -1 was his son. He was a very active young kid who was loving wrestling, and Cody and Big E, another wrestler from WWE, had to tell -1 the news that his father had passed away because Amanda, his mother, couldn't do it. They told him this on Christmas. They broke the news. They took the reins to help this family by breaking this awful news for them, committing that they would forever be attached to this family. And there he was, -1. That kid who's growing up was right there to be part of that championship. And -2 is there as well, the brother of -1.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Yeah, I cried. The second I saw him in the crowd, I cried. And when I saw him in the ring, I cried again.
Yeah.
Like that's just amazing of Cody to do.
So in what had changed is that since we broadcasted, Vince McMahon was kicked out of the new holding group of WWE. The people that purchased WWE and UFC kicked Vince McMahon out due to
after declaring
due to really bad sexual assault allegations against Vince McMahon and a bunch of other WWE employees, also human trafficking and other heinous crimes.
Abuse and everything. It's just horrid.
And recently, it sounds like Vince also had to sell a bunch of his stock in the company as well.
Yep.
I think he still owns shit, so I don't know how much we gotta wait and see where WWE is going with things before we really start fully like backing them and liking them as much as we do with AEW, in my mind anyway. But the reins, sounds like, have been handed over to Triple H, and Triple H has been doing a pretty good job at booking and running the future of WWE to the point where C-Dubs had mentioned to me at one point that Triple H at a news conference had said something about Vince McMahon being gone. Well, what did he say?
He basically said, so everyone keeps referring to this start. So the start of WrestleMania is considered like this is the beginning of the next phase of this. All the stories change from here. Continue whatever. This is the beginning of the next chapters.
Yeah, because Roman Reigns was Roman Reigns was champion for the longest time anybody's ever been a champion in WWE.
Yes. Yep. He beat all the records for that. The longest was 3.5 years. Oh my!
3.5 years he's been champion. So now they're changing the guard. And
but so they were calling
in real life.
Paul Heyman was calling it all weekend the Triple H era. Triple H decides to comment on that by saying, "This isn't my era. This is our era." And by what I mean by that is us WWE wrestlers who've stuck in for the last year and really felt reinvigorated in this sport. Kind of basically saying, hey, thanks for those of you who stuck around when Vince came back when you all thought he was gone and didn't bail, because now we have a chance to do what I wanted to do originally. Mm-hmm. Like that's what he fucking basically said at this last thing before he went off the press conference. That's the last thing he wrapped it up with, was like, hey, thanks everyone for not bailing on me, even though Vince is a piece of shit. You believed in me.
Let me see if I can play this. Can you guys
he's
hear
already
this?
in the 2 days. He's already changed so much about WWE in this moment. Let's see if it continues.
Let's see if this works. I'm going to play it here. Nope, it doesn't work. Okay, never mind. I don't have the audio.
That video I sent you, I took that on my phone with YouTube. I did the little phone screen video record. Like, that's how shocked I was. Like, whoa, what the fuck? Did he just really say that? I was shocked. I was like, he spoke to this. But anyway, it was impressive to say anything.
Well, that's good. There you go. Well, we'll see. We'll see what Triple H has in store for us, and hopefully he wasn't involved in any of the heinous crimes that Vince McMahon was involved in, and the other people that were part of his regime. Like, there's got to be other people that know about what's going on with how.
Oh yeah,
people can't.
They have
keep
a pretty
that shit
long
secret.
list of who they think knows.
So we'll see. And then another thing that was really cool that Triple H did was that him and his team, Nick Khan, found. So Cody Rhodes, I'm just going to read this whole thing. Cody Rhodes has finished his story and is now the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. The American Nightmare was also given a gold Rolex by Triple H, Nick Khan, and Bruce Pritchard to commemorate the occasion. Rhodes revealed the watch was significant because it's the exact same one his father, Dusty, pawned when Cody was young to pay for his acting school. Triple H fielded questions later in the press conference. So they tracked down an old school Rolex that Dusty was going to give to Cody when he won the championship. But since he never won the championship, he ended up pawning it off to pay bills. And Triple H
Isn't that right? That's so anti-Vince. That's so anti Vince's regime.
Yeah.
Again, we need to see it play out, but we're seeing signs that it
really
could
cool.
change.
That's
really sweet. That's fucking insanely just heartwarming.
So
yeah.
With that,
that's wrestling.
That's wrestling. Is there anything else that we have forgot about? We haven't done this in a while, and
I just wanted to say we did forget. Congratulations, Sting, on a career that was fantastic, and congratulations ending as a champion.
Get Sting! Wait, how does this song go again?
Get Sting.
Oh yeah.
Get stung. I got stung.
There you go.
Oh yeah, Sting retired. That's right. That is right. Good job, Sting. He was awesome. He was really fun in AEW.
That's fun to say. I know. I see why the wrestling announcers liked it so much.
Right? Yeah, it's fun to say.
It's Sting!
Can the AI ask us questions about Cody Rhodes' wrestling career?
Sure. I don't know. Sure.
I think AI aggregate. We got to come up with a name for our friend.
Keep talking.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a name. What's an I?
Let's not talk about AI. Let's talk about. Just keep talking. I'm trying to find the questions.
So
I want to name our friend.
I want to
Do you
talk
think
about
you
not
know
AI.
anything about Rhodes trivia?
No, I
You know
wouldn't.
what roads lead home?
All roads lead home.
All roads take you there. Any road will take you there. Actually.
Any road.
Yeah. So
Even the back roads.
Okay. So C-Dubs, are you? So are okay. So this doesn't seem fair.
I don't know. No, I don't know much about. I won't know.
I think James knows very, very much less than you do about Cody Rhodes' family and Cody Rhodes.
Hey, he knew so much. I think he knows all the answers now. How did he do so well last season? Riddle me that, Batman.
Yeah, Batman's a cop.
I don't know. This isn't working either. This isn't working well. Okay.
I will say this, James.
Mm-hmm.
Were you getting the answers to the questions piped into those headphones as you were in last season? Is that how you knew all the answers?
I studied up. Okay.
Okay, then I believe that.
I put
if
in
you
the
say
work.
you studied, I believe you. Because you look like a studying guy.
I put in. I got glasses. I do studying.
Not what
I know where my local library is.
That's what they're for. Studying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the only team? This is
Bros.
fuzzy memory trivia. This is when I ask the Hess a question. Okay, let's just push. We're just pushing the button again.
How does this song go again? Oh yeah. Memory.
Okay, this is fuzzy memory trivia. This is when I ask the Hess a question, and then they answer the questions with an answer that is either the right one or the wrong one. If they give me the wrong answer, they get 0 points. If they give me the correct answer, they get 1 point. We are starting the season with 0 points. Mez has 0. J-Mez has 0. And also C-Dubs has 0.
0. We both have 0 points.
0 points. And Fuzzy has 0, and I can't get points because I'm the one that knows the answers. It's kind of like gambling in sports. Shouldn't do it. Okay. How many rings are there in an Olympic flag?
5.
That was a C-Dubs point because he was quicker. They were quicker at getting the answer to me. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's a delay in the internet?
There is, but
that
one I knew right away. I knew the answer before you finished the question.
In January 2019, Nike announced that it would become the exclusive provider of on-field uniforms beginning with the 2020 season of what major American
NFL.
sports league?
Tennis.
Incorrect. MLB.
Oh,
what is
right.
what is the Apian name of the sports teams of Sacramento State University?
Sacktown.
Incorrect. James?
I don't have an answer.
Hornets. In May 2022, the government of what European nation banned its employees from using American game terms such as esports instead of using their domestic language counterparts like... I'm not going to say it.
It's
Incorrect.
France.
It is France. James has
France
1
is
point.
always like that.
1-1. They're fucking nationalists, huh? They love their language. We were talking about that earlier.
Like French language.
Yeah, why do they have to... They don't have to speak English if they don't want to. They can speak France.
Yeah.
In affiliate of the Smithsonian Institute in Pittsburgh, with historical exhibits and a separate sports museum, is the Senator John History Center. Fill in the one-word blank. Also the name of the prominent Pittsburgh condiment manufacturer.
Heinz ketchup.
I didn't understand the question.
Yeah, that was a long one. So that one, C-Dub's got a point. Sacramento hosts Epi's Great Race, a triathlon that sweeps out swimming with the ride in what palindromic watercraft?
a canoe.
Incorrect.
What's a palindrome? What is it?
Kayak. It's a kayak.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
yeah. And that was
kind of.
Yeah, if we would spell that.
There we go.
Oh wait, how does this song?
Should I learn how to spell kayak?
Oh yeah.
Did you ask if Taylor Swift knows how to spell kayak?
No,
I'm pretty sure that Taylor Swift knows how to spell kayak. Okay, so
I
that
asked
was,
her and she said yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's that brings us to the end of FuzzJock Radio Season 10, Episode 1. What did we learn? What did we learn, guys?
That we are back, and that there have been 10 seasons of this show, and I punched the ground, or I just punched the table, and I bet it made a loud noise.
It made a really loud noise.
I learned not to punch the table again.
Okay, don't do that. Okay, Ian, James, what did we learn?
I learned that you don't talk about conspiracies.
Okay.
You just
Fuzzy?
don't do it.
Fuzzy, I learned. Fuzzy, what did you learn? And Fuzzy would say, we should ask how the rest of our weeks. Right? How does your how does your week look, guys? What's going on? Who wants to talk first? What's going on?
Talk first.
Oblong.
You ready? I'm looking at eating a lot of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Probably like 3 bowls.
That's
the
a really
Kirk Cousins
good
kind, right?
That's really good.
Yeah. Just regular old kind.
The regular old kind.
Yeah. I got some wrestling to catch up on watching as well. So a little bit of Ring of Honor I'm catching up on. So yeah,
you're gonna love
fun
that
stuff.
That'd be great.
I saw some of that Ring of Honor stuff.
C-Dubs, how's your week looking?
Nerd Poker is starting to ramp up. There's which is also known as Magic the Gathering. It's a new card release coming up soon, so there should be some stuff this weekend for Magic the Gathering peoples, and I will be playing that with the Saturday and such with my commander group. Fuzzy, what's your week looking like?
What is my week looking like? Well, my week is looking like...
Conglomeration of Liberia and its American subsidiary FuzzJock Radio do not endorse or encourage sports betting, stock trading, games of chance, or capitalism in any form. This podcast is not financial advice, comedic advice, or good advice. All discussions of the superhuman abilities of Shohei Ohtani have not been found to be legally admissible in the state of California. All opinions expressed in the following program do not represent the opinions of FuzzTalk Radio International, Taiwanese Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation, or PMC Wagner Private Military Company. Recorded proudly in independent neutral Turkmenistan.